What's up, everyone? It's been a while since I've done an unboxing video, so let's have a Star Wars unboxing. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I've done an unboxing video. Um, if you've kept up with some of my past videos, you'll kind of know why. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. Let's unbox some stuff. Um, Here we have the TIE Defender. Found this at Walmart. These others are also from Walmart. Um, this here is kind of a little Hot Toys. Uh, I think it's in partner with Kobe, and it's all dark side users. And you have these three here: Battle Damage Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader. The one interesting thing about uh, this version of Darth Vader did not have his red lightsaber yet. He didn't get it until he was already in the armor. Here are some of the others that you can get. And there's about 9 of them. And the mystery is, of course, just Darth Vader not battle damaged. Now, this is the Stormtrooper that we've seen at Walmart for $30 for a basic Stormtrooper that only comes with one blaster. That's it. And Walmart had it priced for $30. But now, since this is getting closer to Black Friday, they did have this figure up for like a special for $10. Now, that's a heck of a deal. At the time, you could only buy one for about 30, and with that sale going on, I got 4 for 40. Now the sale is over. I'm sure it went quick. I tried looking back and I couldn't find it, except for third party sellers that had it over $40. So, yeah, $10 for this basic trooper with the regular blaster is definitely more worth it than buying it for $30. Now, I get it for new collectors that may not have any stormtroopers, didn't have much of a choice and pay that outrageous amount, but I guess some people got to do what they got to do. But yeah, I was definitely happy that I was able to score these $10 each. Shout out to my buddy Chris. He sent me a message reminding me about the sale, and I hurried and picked them up. But let's see, what are we going to open first? You know what? Let's go ahead and get the Stormtroopers out of the way. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the Stormtrooper. This is from the Mandalorian series, Season 1. So that should kind of tell you how old this figure is. And again, you know, explain it to me why it was going for $30 when it's just a basic Stormtrooper and a blaster. But anyway, here's the side picture. Here's the back. Window on this side. Another window at the top. Barcode legalese here. Let's just go ahead and get it open. Here's the Stormtrooper out of the package. Let's take a quick look at his blaster first. I believe the blaster is the E11 Imperial blaster. Nothing really special about it. It's just all black, no hints of silver or any weathering, just a plain blaster. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the Stormtrooper itself. Basically, it's plain white. There's no weathering on it. Uh, the only real color that's not white or black is a little blue here and here on the helmet. I believe this is the more recent version of the Stormtrooper that does have a little butterfly joint. Also, if you can see under the head or under the helmet, there's an unpainted head. And I believe it's the same head that you can kind of see it a little bit right here. It's the same unpainted head that they use for the clones. Not a whole lot difference in articulation. Again, if you've had this version of the Stormtrooper, nothing new about it. The shoulder pauldrons are kind of a pain because they will rotate around, but you kind of have to make sure it stays. The arms, not the legs, will come up T-pose. There's twist to the body, a little bit of ab crunch, a little bit more back bend. Again, twist. Legs will come out about 90. Has some decent back. Comes to the side about this much. The arms will bend about more than 90. The arm will rotate. There is no bicep swivel, but I think there is a bend at the elbow, so it will swivel side to side. The hands will go in and out and twist. Both hands, let's see. Nope. This hand, instead of going in and out, will move up and down. Legs will bend about 90, a little bit more maybe. There is a little bit of thigh rotation. Also, there is a swivel at the knees. The feet will come down about this much. Comes up a little bit. And there is a pivot so it can rock side to side. And he's striking a pose. So with this trooper, with the new type body, well, it's not new, but with the newer body than the older versions, you can definitely get it into some good poses. Articulation is definitely much better. The feet, definitely you can work with them a lot easier than the original troopers. Feet were a lot flatter and not as easy to work with as the newer bodies, the newer version. Let's take a look at the TIE Defender. This was seen in Star Wars Rebels. This is from Series 9. Here we have the TIE Pilot, TIE Defender, Micro Galaxy Squadron. So here we see the ship in the plastic. Here's the back, a little bit of airvish. Here's what it looks like. And then you can take each of the wings off, put the pilot in the cockpit, and it comes with a stand. And the back engine does kind of open. These are what comes in the wave. This is more of a chase version. Another chase, Ezra's A-Wing. And here's Obi-Wan and his Jedi Interceptor, or, well, just his Jedi Starfighter. I think this is Armada edition, and the twin cloud car that you see in Empire Strikes Back. Before we take a closer look at the TIE Defender, here is the TIE Pilot. The only articulation is in the arms and legs. That way you can bend the body when you're getting him in the cockpit. So here's the front, here's the back. Also, the TIE Defender does come with a stand. You see that it says Star Wars right here. Has a little ball peg that you just put the ship on. It'll be able to rotate, move up and down. I'll demonstrate that here in a moment. But yeah, that's kind of what the stand looks like. So basically, here's the TIE Defender. It looks pretty wicked. The wings basically, I think they're basically from the TIE Interceptor, just inverted, where the way to plug them in would be on this side, where for the TIE Defender it's on the other side. But there's the cockpit. Here's the back. You can move this as it shows on the back of the card. Now, to be able to get the pilot inside, you have to remove the top wing and just open up the cockpit like so. So there you get a better look at what the cockpit looks like inside. Okay, we have the TIE Pilot secure in the cockpit, and we'll just close it up. And then we put the top wing back on. All these wings are interchangeable. It doesn't matter which one is where. They all plug in the same. All the little plugs here, none of them are different. Now, I will say that you probably want to take off the top wing before you put it on the stand. It might be easier since you have to kind of press down. Okay, so basically, I think you have to take off all three wings, and I'm going to heat this up just a little bit because it's a little bit of a struggle for me to get it on, and I don't want to press super hard because I don't want to break the stand. So I'm going to heat it up a little bit. And as Jim Carrey would say, like a glove. And voila, it's on the stand. All the wings are back on. Again, you can swivel the TIE Defender. You can position it in different ways. So this is pretty cool. The detail in this thing is awesome. Again, Jazzwares and Microsoft Galaxy, they do awesome in their ships, and they're doing, a great job trying to keep them basically all in scale with each other. Kind of somewhat unlike the Action Fleet, but still Action Fleet was still pretty awesome, for the time that they produced a bunch of ships. But yeah, the TIE Defender looks awesome. Let's check out this Hot Toys working with Kobe. They did a line of Sith users. Let's get it open. I do not know which one I have, so it'll be a mystery to all of us. So there is a card. I just kind of saw part of the card there, so I'm going to try and get this out without looking at the card. Let's see if I can pull it out. Okay, we'll move this over here so I don't look at the card. Yeah, I can't tell what it is because, well, I'm not going to get into it other than I don't have a whole lot of feelings in my fingers. They're really numb. I'm not going to get into the whole backstory about that. So let's just go ahead and cut it open. Okay, just cut it part of the way. Let's see. Okay, shall we take a look to see what's inside? Before I do pull it out, which one do you think this is? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I think we can tell. So it is Battle Damage Darth Vader. Look at some of that detail. Definitely the head does bobble. Looks pretty cool. I was actually kind of hoping that I got Darth Maul. I've only seen this kind of, some people who do toy hunts, they had them at their Walmarts. At the various Walmarts I went to, never saw it, but they did have it online. I did get one. Now I think I'm going to try and get a couple more. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Here's the bottom of the base. Yeah, that's cool. I almost forgot to show you guys the card. So here you go. And hopefully I have been saying Cosby. But yeah, there's that side. Here's the other side. Again, this is pretty cool. Can't wait to get the other two that I just ordered. So basically that's going to do it for this video. The TIE Defender was pretty awesome. Need more than one. I like to pretty much do squads. I think I already have a second one. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a third one. The little Cosby Hot Toys Battle Damage Vader is pretty awesome. Definitely happy that I found that one. And again, I'm interested in seeing the other two, which ones they'll get. Hopefully there won't be any dupes, but that's kind of the way the game is with these mystery boxes. And these Stormtroopers, definitely worth it for the sale. $10 each instead of just buying one of them for about $30. Let me know in the comments down below, did you pick up any, or did you do your impression of a Stormtrooper and miss out on the opportunity? But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of the TIE Defender, the little bobblehead, and the deal with the Stormtroopers. But that's going to do it. Again, I feel like I'm rambling, and I said that a few times. Simo says, collect what you like. Be awesome to one another. Till the next video, may the Force be with you.